Okay, today we are starting a new career mode with a team that I've never used before. That team is Everton, a team that badly needs a rebuild. I mean, they haven't finished in the top 9 in almost 6 years. And yeah, they've been dangerously close to relegation a couple times recently, but we are here to fix that. With David Moyes as our coach to start, our goal is to one day make Everton the best team in the world, but that is going to be a long journey. Now, today is going to be the entire season 1 in one episode, and the plan is for each episode to be a full season each, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If this video hits 4,000 likes, you will unlock a season 2 of this series. So if you want it to continue, then hit the like button down below, and I say let's get into it. So officially begins the Everton Career Mode. Now, at the time of recording this, Everton are currently sitting in 13th place, and I mean, honestly, that's not bad. They've been much farther down the table in recent years, but this team still needs so much work. And I think our goal in this first year is to finish in the top 9, led currently by David Moyes. I believe the last time they finished in the top 9 was 2019, so it's been a while. So I'd say first thing we need to do is take a look at our squad and see how we actually are looking. So in goal first, the veteran Jordan Pickford, 82 overall, 30 years old. He should be good for a while. I don't see us needing a new keeper anytime soon. Now, left back, we have Vitaly Mikalenko, player I've never used before. He's 25 years old and honestly doesn't look bad. Pace, defending, not bad. Now, we're also not doing too bad in the center back department too. We have Tarkowski, Michael Keane, Branthwaite, and also Jake O'Brien. So O'Brien and Branthwaite are the two younger players here that definitely have some potential to work with, especially Branthwaite. It might be tough to keep him beyond season 1 if we don't perform, but for this year at least, Branthwaite is staying. I mean, if we needed to, we would definitely get some cash for Branthwaite. He'd probably be worth like 50 million by that time. So that could be very important for our future. Now, right back, we have Ashley Young and Coleman, two, veteran players. Both are actually retiring after this year, so we got to look towards the future at right back. Now, we do have Nathan Patterson, which I do like the way he looks, but for the Premier League level, I feel like 71 overall is just not really good enough. So I feel like right back might be our most concerning position here. Now, we have a bunch of CDMs too in this team. We have 4, including James Garner, and also I'm going to call him Tim. I cannot pronounce that name. Irigabonum. I'm going to say Tim. I'm going to say Tim. Now, I think Garner could be a future captain of this team, and I believe Tim has really good potential, so I definitely don't want to waste that in this series either. Now, at left mid, we have Dwight McNeil and also Ilman and DI. Now, I like Ndiaye. I feel like he could be a big part of this season here, but Dwight McNeil, I'm not sure about. I know he has some potential, but he's so slow. And in terms of FC, I'm not sure about him in this team if I see a future for him. He's a player that we might need to cash in on soon to fund other transfers, I guess, but I'm not sure yet. Now, at Cam, we have Decore and then Alcaraz, who's definitely got some potential too, only 21 years old. We have a lot of players on loan too. We have Jack Harrison, Lindstrom, and then at striker, we have Calvert-Lewin and Beto. So, I mean, the team has some solid players, some solid young players, but overall, it's definitely like a, 12th to 16th quality Premier League team. And once again, it needs a lot of work. Now, I believe currently this is our best setup in terms of starters. So I think my most troublesome spots are definitely gonna be that right back spot first. We need a right back. And then also, like, I don't really know if I trust Lindstrom as our cam. I'm fine with Harrison and DI as the wingers and Calvert-Lewin even up top. I'm fine with that to start. But I feel like I want to sign a right back and a cam to start this career mode. To start the Everton rebuild, basically. Now, we don't have that much money though. We only have 37 million. That's not too much for the Premier League, so it's gonna be tough. Now, I'd say let's target our next right back first. I think we're gonna try and sign Jed Spence from Spurs. I think in real life this year he broke into the Spurs team for a little bit, but I feel like Pedro Porto right back. I mean, Spence is not going to replace him. Where in our team, he can pretty much start every game. I mean, 23 years old, 77 overall, it's not bad. And I mean, for a young player with that high overall, the value is not too bad. What, 21 million? So this might be the first signing of the Everton career mode. I'm going to start with, let's try 18 million to start. Let's try that. See what Spurs reply with Ange and David Moyes talking. 19.6. Okay, this is definitely doable. I think I'm going to use Ashley Young as a backup left back and then Patterson as a backup right back, but it looks like Spence is going to be our starter. So just like that, the first signing of the Everton career mode has been made. And I mean, if we can get Spence to grow, to develop, he really could be our right back for the entire series. All right, so that is a big hole filled though, right back. I'd say instantly our defense looks much better, much more complete, but I'm still worried about this cam spot. I feel like we need a much better cam. If we don't, we're going to struggle to score this year, especially in sim games. So currently we are down to only 14 million. Yeah, we need to raise some money. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, so offer for Dwight McNeil from Fenerbahce and also Borussia Dortmund. And I think he's a player that is good, but for me, he just doesn't really fit the way I play. And I feel like I could just easily replace him. So let's go for maybe like 28 million. Let's start. Let's see what Jose and Fenerbahce say to that. Okay, they actually accept 28 million right away. I'm kind of surprised they accepted that right away. See if we can get 30 from Dortmund, and then McNeil can choose which team he wants to go to maybe. So 30 million and Borussia Dortmund do accept that. Man, I probably could have got more for him. I mean, that's around his value, so I guess it's fair. And okay, so first departure of the Tyztir / David Moyes era at Everton. Dwight McNeil has been sold. Now he has gone to Dortmund for 30 million. Okay, so we got an extra 2 million there. That's nice. So that is going to give us around 41 million to work with. That's much better. So I think next I want to try to sign a new cam. I think Lindstrom could be a good backup off the bench. Also Decore, Alcaraz, but I want a cam who is at least like 77, 78 rated at least. Now I think the best possible option we could sign, to me, I think is Francisco Trincao. Now he had a few loan spells in the Premier League from Barcelona, but it never really worked out. But back in Portugal, he's really developed at Sporting, and I think he might be ready for another challenge in the Premier League. I mean, agility, dribbling, finishing, ball control, the things you want from your cam. I feel like he would make Calvert-Lewin better. He'd make everyone around him better. So we're gonna try this, but right now it is pretty close to our budget. I'm not sure if we need to offer someone with the deal here. The problem is, there's really not anyone I want to offer. I mean, what if we offer one of our older players like Drisa, then maybe like, what if we did like 32 million, 34 million? Let's try 33. So 33 plus, you know, one of our veteran players is not going to play that much probably. And okay, Sporting actually accept that. Bro, it's set up to 40 million we have to pay for Trincao, but apparently not. Are we about to sign like a star player for this series, a cover star for Everton? I'll be honest, I did not think that would work, but I think Trincao is ready for another Premier League challenge, and he'd be the best player in this team. Still just 24 years old, like 81 overall. That's a huge pickup, especially for Everton. So we have worked some transfer magic here, and we have signed our new number 10, Francisco Trincao. All right, so we still have 7 million. That's probably our business done for the summer at least. So Trincao is going to go into the starting number 10 spot. And okay, Jed Spence and Trincao, that's two solid pickups to start the rebuild. I think our bench is, it's not the strongest, but it is pretty deep. Like there's simply a lot of players here that are decent. So I think that's a very solid start. Now, in terms of our tactics, we're going to start with a 4-2-3-1. Now we're going to play counter-attacking football, but kind of balanced defensively. And I'm going to make Francisco Trincao a shadow striker behind Calvert-Lewin. I feel like these two could really work well together. Like Calvert-Lewin's a player that has probably, you know, not fully reached his potential really, but with the right players around him, there's a chance he could. You know, there's still time in his career to figure it out. And I feel like Trincao is going to help that. Now, I want our youth academy to be a big part of the series too. So we're going to scout throughout the year. I've already sent scouts to England, Brazil, and also the Ivory Coast. So I guess periodically throughout the season, we'll see if we find any decent players there. But I will say we have 4 players here in the academy that already look pretty good. Now, the potential ranges are pretty wide, like 68 to 94 basically. But I mean, they definitely don't look bad, you know, especially this guy, Ramiro Flores, who could be a backup left back for us. I might think about calling him up at some point this year. He's already 17 years old. But okay, I think it's time for our first game of the season here. So like I said, our goal this year is to finish in the top 9. That's our goal. If we finished in 9th, you know, that's successful. The dream would be some kind of European football, probably Conference League. That'd be the dream for us to get for season 2, but I feel like it's going to be a tall order for this team this year in season 1. I think first we got to focus on just trying to finish in the top half of the table. So first game of the year, we are facing Brighton, I think at home. So debuts for Jed Spence, Trincao, and also our first game of the series. Come on, David Moyes. I feel like you could lead this team. You know, he's been manager of Everton for so long, off and on. There's the potential in this series for us to sign a new manager at some point, you know, replace David Moyes, but I want to give him a solid chance to lead this team into the future. So game 1, we are facing a decent Brighton side. See if we can start with a win. Man, I got big expectations for Trincao here. I feel like he's going to be good for us, but you never know. Now, first chance goes to maybe Calvert-Lewin here. That's going to be a shot across goal. That could have been a very good start. Now, that's a bad ball through. We should have got that. Now, center back's in trouble. Shot. Pickford makes the save, so they have their first shot of the game, too. Yeah, Pickford is a player I'm hoping could be like the keeper for the entire series, really. I mean, he's just like an Everton icon. But you just never know what can happen in this series in terms of players, transfers, all that stuff. But that's to be another Pickford save. You just never know here. All right, can we get this ball out, though? This is a bit too much pressure. That's going to be a clearance by India. Okay, that's a clearance that's not great. This is a lot of pressure, and João Pedro's looking for the shot. Okay, Spence gets to it. Oh, Spence, that could have been better. Instead, Branthwaite will finally make a clearance so we can get this ball out. Jeez, that was so long. All right, Jed Spence, that's a great ball to India. All right, work this around. I like our setup, though. I like our spacing. Garner. Oh, man, I saw Calvert-Lewin making a run there. All right, Trincao. Good ball over to Jack Harrison. Harrison is going to have our new right back, Jed Spence, making a run, which I like to see. Now, Jed Spence into Jack Harrison, looking for a pass. He's going to stop. Plays it back to Jed Spence, might score the first goal of the series, and okay, our new right back is the first one to score. I mean, he made a great run. Jack Harrison had a good back pass there, but Jed Spence, what a finish. That is how you announce yourself on your debut. All right, 1-0 Everton in the 37th minute. That's not bad. Actually, after all that Brighton pressure. Now, Estupinian is going to play it back to Mitoma. Mitoma's doing moves here, over to back to Estupinian. That's going to be a long shot, maybe not. Garner can't get to Mitoma. Pickford makes another good save, and Brighton are just pressuring our box. They're getting so many good chances, but that one is gonna go wide. Now maybe last chance first half here. Calvert-Lewin's gonna send India on a run. And Calvert-Lewin, that's not a bad ball there, but it's a little bit overhit. All right, though, I'd say first 45 minutes, that's not bad from us. Might be a little tough, though, to keep Brighton from scoring. They've looked so far decent enough to score. Now, Francisco Trincao got out-muscled there. He got fouled, though, actually. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to probably play a pass here with Trincao and give it back to him, maybe for a long shot. Why not? Francisco Trincao from the stratosphere. Why not? You know what? That was on target. That was a ridiculous shot, but it wasn't bad. Oh, Mikolenko should have did better there. Goes to Gruda. Branthwaite misses that. Tarkowski comes over. Shot saved by Pickford again. All right, Pickford is showing why he's so important to this team. Corner in. That's dangerous. The header from João Pedro goes over the net, though. All right, we are playing a dangerously close game here. Oh, Ndiaye, that's beautiful. Gonna play it over to Francisco Trincao. Gonna wait for it. Go back to Ndiaye. Gonna play it through to Harrison. What a play started by Ndiaye. Jack Harrison scores our second in the 58th minute. All right, I mean, we are playing Brighton, but this is kind of a much better start than I expected. We don't look too bad. Yeah, Jack Harrison is a player that I've always liked in career mode. He's so solid despite only being 75. To me, he's one of those players that feels like he's way higher than 75. Now, there's space here that I just opened up. Shot is going to be saved by Pickford again. All right, we're going to get Tim on at CDM and also Beto on for Calvert-Lewin. Definitely want to make sure to play Tim a lot. You know, that's once again a player that I cannot waste his potential. He's got to play a lot. Bengala's on loan, so I definitely want to try to focus on Tim's growth a little more than I normally would. That was so dangerous. Spence gets the clearance away, though. And yeah, I also forgot about Armando Broya. He's actually here. I totally forgot. So he's another striker that definitely has potential, but he's on loan. So I feel like we already have like 2 solid strikers. I feel like he might not get that much game time. We'll see, though. 20 minutes to close out this first win. Garner is going to play a decent ball to Spence. He's going to play it backwards to Harrison. Now, oh, that should have went right back to Spence. Let's try this again. Harrison going to play it to Spence there. That's a good ball. Spence fires it over. Oh, that was almost a good ball to Trincao. Whoa, that cross is insane. Pickford makes the save. João Pedro falls on the ground. And then Spence can't steal it. Oh, this is bad. Tarkowski. Oh, we left him space there. We just left him space. Oh, that's going to be a shot. Pickford, though. Another good save from him. Man, Pickford wants this first clean sheet. Is he going to get it, though? Because honestly, they look like scoring. I'd be surprised. Okay, that's oh, it's going to be handball from Ndiaye. That's unfortunate. 85th minute is a chance for Brighton to get back in the game. Blocked by Spence on the wall. 84th minute. Come on, get the ball out. Get it out, please. Okay, that's going to be our ball. Yes, a goal. Okay. Good defending in this game. Despite being under so much pressure, that's good defending. All right, slow this down. I want this first win. Let's slow it down. Let's not play anything too risky. Mikalenko over to Francisco Trincao, over to Ndiaye. Beto is going to play it over to our new signing Trincao, over to Harrison. Harrison a chance to seal it, and that is going to seal the win for us in game 1. Harrison has 2. Trincao gets his first assist. And hey, once again, 3-0. That is much better than I expected for game 1. So that'll be full time. That's a very good first game of the series. I'll take it. I don't know if that's a sign of how good we'll be all year long. I mean, it's going to take a lot of sim luck, but a solid game for our first of the series. All right, so we have jumped about a month into September now. So in our first month of the club, we're currently in 7th place. Okay, that's not bad. So in our first 3 games, we have 2 wins and a loss. And I think that win came against Bournemouth, loss came against Spurs. So not a terrible start, not a terrible start. We're in the top half of the table. So if we stay here, that is job complete in year 1. But next up, we have Aston Villa there in 2nd. They've started the year off strong. It's probably going to be a much tougher game than Brighton at home. Now, I did see that Trincao won man of the match versus Bournemouth, so it's good to see, you know, our new star player getting the job done even in sim games. Now, Villa are definitely the favorites here, so let's see if we can pull off a little shock. You know, maybe show the Premier League that this is a new Everton side, not the same they've been for the last, like, 6 years. Now, saying that, a chance immediately for Watkins, and man, Pickford is having a great start to this series. It took us forever in the last few series to find a good keeper, but already he's looking pretty good now. Jed Spence, that's a good steal on Rashford, and he also keeps it in. That is good work from him. Now, Ndiaye has got a lot of space to work with, and he also has pace, something McNeil did not have. Trincao looking for the first goal of this game. Okay, that shot was a bit awkward. Now, this chance is also awkward. Calvert-Lewin gonna try to go for I went for a low-driven shot across the box. That did not work, though. All right, Rashford, danger spot again. Go back to Robinson. Man, Villa have so many dangerous players. Kamara into Ollie Watkins. Pass over, and okay, Tarkowski, what a block. Harrison, that's a great ball to Trincao. Trincao now has options. Gonna try to fire it in, but okay, Pau Torres just stopped that in his tracks, though. Marquez against Jed Spence. That's a matchup to watch this game. Now, that's a chance that Mangala is going to block very well. All right, I'd say both teams so far look dangerous. That's going to be clear by Mikalenko. And then ball is back in the box, and Pickford makes another huge save. Pickford, I am impressed. Now, okay, clear this and Ndiaye, please. Ndiaye, please. Thank you. Oh, Jed Spence, another steal. Man, I am impressed with a lot of these players. Garner, that pass is so bad, though. That's Garner, right? I think it is. That was the worst pass of the episode so far. Jed Spence wins it back again, and we do survive that Villa attack. Ndiaye into Trincao, over to Calvert-Lewin, back to Trincao. Swing this ball around. I like it. Gonna try to loft this in. Oh, man, that pass was not exactly what I wanted, though. Not at all. All right, so that's gonna be halftime. Still 0-0. Like, honestly, at this point, if we can get a point here away from Villa, I would take that. That would probably wouldn't be a bad result for us. Gotta try to avoid a loss, I think. Honestly, there's definitely a chance for us to score, which Garner... Oh, Garner again, man. I tried it. That was a tough pass, though. I'm not gonna blame him for that one. That was a very tough one. Rogers into Watkins. Another shot, man. Pickford. If we didn't have him, we might have conceded already 3 goals today, but still no goals conceded yet. This man is protecting his goal like his life depends on it. Oh, I thought that went in. Isasi, I thought he scored that, but nope, he does not. All right, 60th minute, still tied up. Harrison to Jed Spence. These two have some decent combo play here. No, man, why did I think Harrison was onside there? I thought he was somehow still on there. Oh, they're starting to work this ball around pretty well here. They're looking for a winner. That should be cleared. Tarkowski to block. I mean, clearance, not block. Garner, that's a good steal, but oh, did he handball it? Oh, he did. That's so unfortunate. That was going to be a really good steal. Now they have a free kick, which is going to be sent in. Okay, if they score this, I'm done. Rashford just sent a souvenir to the moon with that one. 74th minute. It is still 0-0 here. We're hanging on. Mikolenko over to Mangala, over to Garner. Garner to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin. No, man, once again, I'm just not finding angles this game. I'm not finding like the dangerous passes. Oh no, Watkins' options here. I'm trying to play for the pass, and then Branthwaite played that perfectly. Now Jed Spence, oh, once again, almost dangerous to Jack Harrison, but can't reach him. And I probably should have kept it there. That was very aggressive, and I thought they might score, but I think Watkins was offside there. Here, we're going to do Alcaraz on. Let's do Beto on. Let's go Tim on for Mangala. And we go with that for the final, what, probably 4 minutes here. Let's just try and hang on to this this valuable point here. Now, if we get a chance, though, I'm definitely going to take it, which Mikolenko's got a lot of space here. Mikolenko looking for the right pass, is going to try to fire it into someone. Dangerous area, but can't find a teammate. And they got time, actually. They have 2 minutes, so we got to try and prevent a counterattack. Tim, you got fresh legs. Come on. They pass it backwards at least. Now Garcia, final chance of the game, goes to Villa. Oh, that's a good cross. Spence, clearance. Garner, second clearance is not the best. Ref, you got to blow the whistle there. Thank you, ref. Man, we had a chance there at the end. We just couldn't find any dangerous passes this game. I think a point though way to Villa is not a bad result for Everton. So all in all, a pretty solid defensive game from us. All right, so next 2 games, we actually had a win versus Leicester and a draw versus Crystal Palace. And once again, 2 results that I'm pretty happy with. And currently, we're still in the top half. We're in 8th place. Only 1 loss in 6, so I'd say that's very positive for Everton. It is still so early, though, to make any indication from that. Yeah, we actually have currently the 2nd best defense in the league, so that's amazing. Our goal scoring number is a little low. You know, that's a little bit worrying. You know, I think that's where I started to look at Calvert-Lewin. He's not really scored for me in a played game yet. That's kind of funny. It seems like everyone else is scoring other than our strikers. Beto has 1, and then Calvert-Lewin still has a big goose egg on the scoring sheet. Yeah, no goals from him either, so that striker spot might be a bit of a concern for us here. All right, though, next game we are facing a Newcastle at home, another big test. I'm going to give Calvert-Lewin another chance to play and start, but if he doesn't at least play well this game, I might think about either giving Beto a start or Broya even. Maybe I change my mind and actually give Broya more chances to play. But yeah, this Newcastle game probably is going to be tough, and first shot already is going to be a save. That's a good ball to Harrison. Then we got Jed Spence making a run. He is going to try to reach that ball. Target's going to get clearance away. That's not great. Mangala and Di into Trincao. Trincao is going to try to find a shot. Right-footed shot right off the defender. Bounces, though. Going to play it over to Jack Harrison, and that is going to be the first goal of the game for Everton. Bro, Jack Harrison is the current top scorer of the team so far. I mean, what did I say? He plays like a player that is a lot higher than 75 overall for some reason. Just some players in FC or FIFA like feel different, and he's one of those players. All right, so a shock, you know, first goal versus Newcastle. I believe they're in 4th place, so they've actually had a good start to the year, but we've had a good start to this game. Isak over to Miley. Now this kid is dangerous. Gonna play backwards. Miley gets to Isak. Oh, that destroyed me. Pickford, though, okay, the shot was right at him, but he does make the save. Here, we definitely need a second goal this game. I'm not sure one's gonna be enough to beat this team. Oh, that's a bad pass by me, though. Now, Joe Linton doesn't look for Isak, trying to block the lanes here. And we blocked him pretty well. And then Branthwaite, oh, that is a missed touch by him, but we do not suffer from it. That was a little bit shaky from the youngster. Through to Ndiaye, now into Francisco Trincao. He is going to play it back to Ndiaye, going to look for a shot. Oh, this shot just got blocked, though. That could have been so much better. Branthwaite, good tackle. Yeah, that's a nice recovery tackle from, once again, the youngster. Garner is going to play it to Jack Harrison. You know what? He's got space here for the shot. The shot wasn't too good, though. Denali, good run, Garner. Man, Garner, I need you to make that tackle there, because now this is dangerous. Pickford makes another save. Corner sent in. That is going to be a header that Pickford will grab. Man, Pickford's got to be a big reason why we have the 2nd best defense currently. All right, so halftime, it's currently 1-0 to us. If we could win versus Newcastle, that would be a huge win early days. And our goals might change from a top half finish to a European spot maybe. I do like the way this team looks in his first few months here. Now, Calvert-Lewin, great pass to Trincao, far post, Jack Harrison. Harrison, and take a touch. Take a touch. No, try to control it. He can't control it though. And I had the vision there, but I just couldn't execute. Now Isak is going to play it over. This is very dangerous. Longstaff, his options. Cross is terrible though. Mangala should get that. That's horrible from them. Now Mangala, you got options. He's going to use his pace a little bit. Oh, Livramento. What a challenge. That's a foul. Thankfully it is. That was a good challenge, I thought, actually. Tarkowski to Francisco Trincao. That shot had swerve on it, but it goes off a Newcastle player's head. Come on, defense. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. That's going to be Gordon though with space. The former Evertonian. That's going to be a cross in. Cleared, and oh, Isak, what a shot. He was like not even facing the goal there. That would have been an insane finish from him. Cross sent in though, cleared by NDI, and we're just hanging on right now. Whoa, that's a really good cross. Pickford though, good commanding goalkeeping. Now Mikalenko, you got space to explode with. I see Thinkau, I see. Okay, we're going to go to the faster player here instead. NDI has got options. We got Calvert-Lewin over to Jack Harrison instead. Oh man, the cross though is just not quite good enough. Our attacking third execution in this team is probably our biggest weakness right now. We're not taking chances like a good team should. Chance though, Isak. That's a long shot. I thought that went in. Okay, that was a shot from like 30 yards out. 12 minutes, still 1-0 to Everton. NDI to Thinkau. Thinkau's gonna hold this. Wait for Calvert-Lewin. Wait for him. Calvert-Lewin, oh, we just can't quite reach it. Nolly, okay, bad cross. Clear, we got 6 minutes here. Definitely should be our win by this point. Calvert-Lewin, good turn there. A chance to score. Calvert-Lewin, shot attempt, and okay, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that's a huge goal. That was so slow to turn to get the shot away, but Calvert-Lewin scores the first of the season for him, and that's going to be a huge 2-0 win versus Newcastle United, the 4th place team. Man, David Moyes is working some magic here, some magic. This has been such a better start than I expected, so much better. I really thought this year could be a relegation fight, but so far it is looking much better than that. Tonali, okay, that's going to be a foul, it's fine. And Gordon's offside, man, our defense. Wait, they're going to pull it back for a foul? All right, last chance though. It's going to be a win no matter what. It's going to be a free kick that is caught by Pickford, and that is full time. Man, so another clean sheet, another 2 goals scored. That is a statement win by David Moyes and Everton. Okay, so we got through October beating Ipswich and Fulham after that Newcastle win. And then we had another 2 wins and a draw. So I don't know what is happening with this Everton team right now, but after 12 games, we sit in 3rd place. And honestly, I'm not sure how. We've only lost 1 game. Tied for the best defense and probably maybe the 6th or 7th best offense. But I think we're getting the job done defensively, really. I mean, only 7 goals conceded. Like, I really don't know how this is happening. I mean, it might be Calvert-Lewin. He scored the first goal of the season in the last game and now has exploded scoring. So he was in like a drought and that goal got him out of it. And I guess, you know, he's taken that forward and kept playing well. We saw it like a minute ago. He had no goals in 2 games. So that means he scored 7 in his last 6. So he might be a big reason why. Thinkau currently has 4 assists, 1 goal in 13 games. Not bad from your cam. I'm like so surprised here. We're in 3rd place. And now next up we face the 1st place team, Man United at Old Trafford. I mean, at some point there's gonna be a drop off. This team is simply not good enough on paper to keep this up for the entire season. So at some point there will be, but the fact we've had this good of a start, our goals might really change from a top half finish to maybe a conference league spot. That might be our goal in year 1. So now facing the current first place team United, let's see if we can somehow keep this up. Our team is definitely the shock team of the year so far. I mean, we're like this year's Nottingham Forest, really. I can't believe Calvert-Lewin has scored this much, bro. I was literally thinking about replacing him in January last game, but he scored that 1 goal at the final few minutes, and then from then on, he has just like saved his season so much. Okay, we're not starting this game off strong though. United's formation is causing us a bit some issues here. I mean, gonna be Consalves. That's a pretty good signing. Another one of Emery's players. Another Sporting player. That's gonna be through though, and that's gonna be a save by Jordan Pickford. Okay, yeah, United are giving us issues. I kind of see why they're in 1st place. Consalves back to Mainu. Mainu is gonna make a run here. Garner. Good tackle, and he will clear it. All right, that was good defending from the current best defense in the Premier, at least tied. Another chance though, Pickford will grab it. We are okay. We do survive that again. NDI into Thinkau, over to Calvert-Lewin. Back to Thinkau. Thinkau, I see Jack Harrison. Oh man, he stopped running though. I try to get it to him. Harrison's gonna head that to Calvert-Lewin. Chance here. Okay, Calvert-Lewin, that ball just bounced off both those players like a ping pong ball. Yeah, this game has been commanded by United though. They've been the more dominant team. Though our defense holding up, it's holding up. Mikalenko to NDI. No, man, NDI needs to come back for that ball. Just one step forward and receive it. This has been so much United possession here. I just keep losing every time we win it back. Garner, oh, he loses it to Mainu there, just out muscled. That is gonna be halftime, so still 0-0, but it's been all Manchester United basically. I think once again, if we can get a point on Old Trafford, I'll take that. Kind of like Villa, I think a draw would be a good result for us. You know, keep things moving in a positive direction. Now it's good ball over to Consalves, a back pass to Dallo. Consalves, another good ball. It's gonna be Dallo looking for a pass, maybe to Højlund or something. It's gonna find Consalves, and that is gonna be is that the first goal we've conceded in a played game? I think it is, huh? Have we conceded? I don't think we have. Well, I can't remember if we conceded or not. But yeah, Consalves, he's been the most dangerous player, so I'm not surprised he scores first here. All right, 53rd minute, United 1, Everton 0. That was just a very incisive ball, and we're not playing great in this one. Consalves, Tarkowski steps up, huge tackle though. That could have been so bad. Oh, the pass out though. We are just not making connective passes this game. We're playing a bit sloppy. Gonçalves again is going to hit the crossbar, and we do survive that one, albeit just barely. Spence, Trincao, chance here to play to Harrison. Harrison, he got space now. A chance for us to tie this through Jack Harrison. Oh, this shot is too close to Onana though. And we're doing it back. Trincao is going to play it backwards. Bengala, Garner. Isn't Garner a former United player? I'm pretty sure he is. Spence over to Ndiaye. Long shot, but it's going to be off target. But I said Hoyland up top. That's actually Burkhart they have up top, not Hoyland. So they have a new striker. Is that the reason why they're in first, you know, replacing Hoyland? Maybe. Now Jack Harrison. Oh, Spence was so away there. How do I not get that ball to him? That's so bad for me. I got to play it over the top through ball there, and we're in. All right, 15 minutes. If we can steal a point here, I would take that. Problem is we're not getting many chances, although Garner still there. Gonna play backwards. No one's running with him though. We had no option there. All right, 9 minutes to try and find something. Bengala to Harrison. Harrison's got space to run here. Gonna play it to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, Harrison through to Francisco Trincao. In on goal shot, and Trincao might have just saved us a point. Man, two former Sporting players scoring in the same game. Scores against his former coach, Amorim. Now, I am not sure we deserve this goal, but I'll take it. They have been by far the better team for 85 minutes. Okay, we are going ultra defensive just to see this out, get this point. Let's not concede a final goal here, boys. Ultra defensive. All right, 2 minutes added on. They're playing this so slow, though. Okay, now they're probably gonna get their final chance. Nope, ref is gonna blow for full time, actually. So that was probably our worst game so far in the episode, but we still a point away from the league leaders, Manchester United. Bro, I don't know how this team is doing this in sim games. So after that, a 1-0 win versus Wolves, but more shockingly, a 2-1 win versus Liverpool. Now we're probably going to play the Merseyside derby in the reverse fixture later on this season, but we just beat Liverpool 2-1, and we are currently in second place after 15 games. What is happening here? Now we're a loss away from being down to 6th, so I guess it's not, you know, it's not a huge lead to be in second, but bro, right now, if we were in 9th, I would be happy with that start. So I don't know how to take us being in second place. And I think around January, our goal has to change. You know, we have to try and finish in a European spot now. We can't waste this good of a start to the year. Now, saying that our next game is Arsenal away, so I mean, a big test, but if we win this game too or get a point, then there really might be some magic around this Everton team. Or David Moyes right now is looking like a mastermind. Like, it's been through defense, but I am shocked what I'm seeing here. Crazy. My teams are always really bad defensively, but for some reason, this Everton side is so good. Who would have thought Everton would be the best defensive team in the Prem, let alone be in second place? Now, Ndiaye into Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's gonna stop, wait for the runner. Gonna try to play it to him. You know what? That works actually. Ndiaye, chance to shoot. Harrison, open net. Oh, he's gonna put it slightly wide. I probably should have taken a touch there, but man, a promising start for us in this game at the Emirates though. Bro, I literally thought this year might be a relegation fight. How are we in second place right now? Calvert-Lewin back to Trincao. Calvert-Lewin over to Ndiaye. That works. Falls. Oh, it went right by Trincao though. He's gonna be in. We need to keep our head on straight. This form is just unsustainable for a team at this overall level. So gotta try and take every point we can get, because I feel like towards the end of the year, it's probably gonna go very close between us and a European spot, as Havertz scores the first goal of this game. All right, 1-0 down in 17 minutes. That's not great defending by me. But yeah, there's probably going to be a drop off at some point, probably a big drop off. And we're going to fall to maybe like, you know, 7th, 6th, maybe even 5th. So there's a real chance for us to get a European spot, but we got to try and get as many points as we can while we're on a roll like this. And that's going to be a good ball to Ndiaye. Chance. Oh, the shot is so weak though. All right, Spence over to Harrison. Harrison, good turn there. He is going to try to find space to run ahead Spence. Okay, actually, it wasn't a good turn. Oh, Martinelli just pushed Tarkowski. What reality will that actually happen? Oh, saying that crossover, dangerous, and Mikolenko got no contact on it, but I guess he still did good enough defensively. Now, he is looking energized after that, but a little bit too much energized, I guess. The Arsenal might be playing the best out of all the teams we faced so far, even better than United, because they look very threatening. Their passing is like so much faster than all the other teams. Havertz into Martinelli, over to Saka. I just did not read that pass at all. And okay, 40 minutes in, it's currently 2-0 to Arsenal. We might be getting humbled here at the Emirates a little bit. Saying that, Ndiaye, no, that was actually meant for Trincao. That was not where I wanted that ball to go to at all. Now Saka, Branthwaite, good tackle there. All right, 1 goal at a time. We still have a chance to get back in this. I believe in this team after our good start to the year. So second half, let's see if we can make some kind of comeback here. Garner. Oh, we should have got a steal there. Martinelli, Saka shot. Branthwaite, good block though. That's good defending. Now Ndiaye's got space to work with. Over to Trincao. Trincao is going to try to find Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin over to Ndiaye. That works. Oh, this is so close though. Chance. Calvert-Lewin over to Francisco Trincao. Shot. Raya makes the save. Man, that was a good chance for us right there. Short corner. Garner into Mangala. I don't like any of these options though. Garner, Ndiaye, Trincao, keep it please. Okay, we're going to go to Tarkowski. Swing it over to Branthwaite. Branthwaite, why are you here? I need someone else. Actually, good ball to Calvert-Lewin. Trincao. Good chance here at Trincao. Oh, I tried to go for a low-driven shot, and it goes just slightly wide. Man, strong start second half, but no goal to show for it yet. Now, Saka, a chance to really put this game into bed, maybe. Branthwaite, watching the pass, watching for it. Tarkowski tried to get in front of Havertz, but we just could not. Havertz is going to make it 3-0 to Arsenal. All right, this is the first game so far of this series where it feels like I'm using Everton, because we are 3-0 down, in danger of our first embarrassing defeat. Zinchenko just pulled down Harrison and gave us a penalty, and that's going to be a yellow card for him. Bro, you're 3-0 up. Why would you take him down for a penalty? Why would you do that? Bro, that's a blatant penalty foul. All right, first penalty who's taking this. It might be, it's Calvert-Lewin, definitely. All right, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was shaky to start the year, but he's come off strong afterwards, and it's 3-1. Is there a chance for us to make a comeback? Zinchenko just threw us a lifeline. That was one of the worst tackles I've seen this year, I think. Or I guess, attempted tackles, I should say. Gala, good run here, is going to get it to NDI. Now we got no options, though. Calvert-Lewin comes short. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, Trincao. I thought he was more free there. He was not, though. Harrison, I see Trincao. Going to go to Calvert-Lewin instead, who's occupying that space. Pass back in DI. No, I just needed one pass to Trincao, and that's an open shot at the goal. Oh, we just couldn't quite find it. Martinelli, pass over to Havertz. Tarkowski, good tackle though. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, that was not meant for Trincao. That was meant for NDI. Now again, Arsenal. Bro, they're letting us have a chance here at least, but we're just not taking the chance. Now Saka, pass back Garner. That's going to be a rough tackle, but actually perfect. But the chance is not over yet. Havertz. Shot, Pickford, save. And yeah, I think our comeback hopes are going to be dead here. I mean, I like that we fought and actually had a chance, although it was pretty much a gift from Zinchenko. Trincao is going to play it over to Harrison. Harrison is not going to reach that, though. He actually does. Harrison, final chance. He's going to cross it over to NDI, but he can't get contact on the header. And okay, that's going to be the first loss so far of the series. I think simply here, the better team won. Just I'm hoping this doesn't affect our form too much and send us on like a downward spiral. All right, so officially now into the January transfer window halfway through the year. And I will say the downward spiral has kind of started. I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. So after that 3-1 loss to Arsenal, we then lost to Chelsea, Man City, and Nottingham Forest back to back. So after all that, we currently sit in 7th, which okay, that's still a good spot to be in. We are what, 5 points clear Newcastle in 8th, so that's good. And we're gonna be 6 points off Spurs in 4th, so we're still there. I definitely was expecting that though. We conceded a lot of goals in those 3 games right there. Our defense is now what? Now probably like the 5th best, so that's kind of ruined that. But that form for our team was just like unsustainable. For our first half of season 1, I'll take that, being in 7th place. I should also mention we got knocked out of the Carabao Cup, I believe, in an early round. Yeah, all the way in round 2 versus West Ham we lost. So no Carabao Cup trophy in season 1. I mean, the FA Cup there's a chance, but it's once again not very likely. But okay, so 7th place, we're kind of following the table right now. Our form is not great. We could make an improvement to the team, but we only have 12 million in the budget though. So we can't do much with only 12 million. That wise, Calvert-Lewin has 9 goals, Harrison 4, Trincao 4 and 4. And DI is not scoring that much, although he's played well in actual played games. So I'm not too worried about him. Man, just 12 million is not a lot to work with. So do I keep my faith in this team, or do we try making an improvement in January? Now we do have a little youth academy update though. I did find a few players here from our scouting run. So we found a 6'3" keeper from Ivory Coast who has 88 potential maybe. But I'd say probably the best player we found is Dominic, is it Waite or White? Maybe Waite. So he's 4'9", he's 13 years old. So he's so young, but he's got 80 to 94 potential. Oh, he's so short. My camera covers almost all of him, but he's definitely the best player we found so far in terms of like, top potential. There are some others though here, some of these guys look really good, like Clements, CDM there, Lopez from Brazil, a right winger, Teixeira, we got Flores still there, we got D'Souza, Andrade, and also Weiss. I think I'm going to promote Ramiro Flores, the guy that was here initially, and try to loan him out in January since he's 17, but he's the only one that's actually ready for a call-up, I think. Everyone else can stay in the academy, and we're going to watch Dominic Waite here pretty closely. Bro, it's going to take maybe 3 seasons to see him into the team, but we will watch his youth career very, very closely. Okay, I think I do see an area in the team that needs some attention. So Lindstrom was recalled from his loan spell, so he's been gone back to his parent club, and Harrison and Ndiaye are really the only wingers in the team. Like, I think Alcaraz could probably play there, but really they're the only wingers. So I feel like with the money we have, we should try and sign a winger for the rest of the year, for squad depth. But now we only have 10 million to do it. So I was trying to find a player that fit our team, fit the overalls and also made sense. And I feel like Timothy Weah from Juventus might actually fit our team. I mean, he's 77 overall, so I feel like he's probably not playing too much at Juventus. He's valued at 15 million, and for a winger that has maybe a chance to even be a starter later on our team over Jack Harrison, I think he would not be a bad pickup. Can also play right back too, so he's pretty well rounded. The problem is he's pretty close close to our budget. So to get it done, we might have to include a player in a swap deal, which I'm not sure who though. I think Doucouré might be the most likely option because like, yeah, let's try Abdoulaye Doucouré. We can offer him plus like maybe like 8 million. I don't know what Juventus would say to that. This might be tough though. Let's try 7.7 plus Doucouré. They want 16.1 plus Doucouré. Okay, let's just say this is probably not happening. I think Weah is going to stay a target in this series, but we simply just don't have enough money in January to make any signings. I think we're better off just saving our money for youth players and probably like contract extensions. Man, that sucks. I wish we had some more money because Weah would be so good in this team right now in January, but I think we're stuck with this team for the rest of the year. I just hope that we can bounce back from this form, you know, get a little more consistency again and try to stay in that like 9 to 6 spot. And it's so crazy. It feels like the universe always just corrects itself when it needs to, because we are right now on a horrendous run. Our January, we lost to Villa, Spurs, Brighton, drew with Bournemouth 2-2. So this is like a generational collapse from 2nd place now down to 8th place. And now with only 1 point of 9th in Newcastle. So man, like we were in 2nd, it feels like 5 minutes ago. But I think the universe corrected itself. Our team just wasn't good enough to sustain that. So we gotta try and be positive. We're in 8th place. We're still in a good spot. A strong end to the year could mean maybe a conference league spot, but our initial goal remains, you know, finishing in the top 9. Okay, so I was just checking the youth reports again before we play this next game, and Finley Steele, 1.6 million. So we are definitely gonna sign him up. That's a nice pickup. You know, since we couldn't sign a winger in January, I'm kind of looking for a winger maybe in youth academy to maybe promote right now and give a chance to. So far, I'm not really finding one that looks ready to play just yet. Okay, let's check this Finley Steele guy though. So 1.6 million, that's gotta be the most value in our youth academy. So he's a cam who's got 73 pace. He's 60 overall at 16 years old. I mean, honestly, he looks pretty solid. Left-footed. Those two look good, along with also Alessandro Garcia from Brazil. Now, the problem with him is his potential is 73, so he's not really going to grow much. So, you know what? I might actually release him. He's just not going to grow. But okay, you know, Finley Steele, that name is wild, but I'm going to promote him. You know, we do have a spot on the bench after Lindstrom was recalled, so Finley Steele is going to make the bench here. I might get him on for his debut and see actually how good he is. Now, I'm also seeing right there that Branthwaite is currently injured. So how bad is this injury? It's a broken rib and he's out for 8 weeks. Okay, that's not good, but we have Jake O'Brien behind him, who's another good young center back to replace him for now. And we have Michael Keane as our 4th choice. I think we can survive without Branthwaite. I want to give O'Brien a chance to play anyway. So next game, I believe we're playing Crystal Palace away. A win here could be so big for momentum. And it's crazy though, depending on how the season goes, that draw versus United was the turning point. After that game, our form just did a complete 180. So a game like this, where if we can win away from home, you know, maybe get some good morale into the team, that would be huge for us to try and start this, you know, this trek towards the end of the season pretty strongly. Now, Trincão's got space. For a long shot, they look good. Henderson makes the save, though. Harrison, good steal there. He's got out-muscled by Mitchell, though. I think Harrison's a player that I would not mind bringing back to us on a permanent deal, because he has played pretty good for us. And a chance here for Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin needs options. Going to pass it back to Francisco Trincão shot. And that's 1-0 to Everton. All right, as soon as I said that, Harrison starts the move. And then Francisco Trincão is going to finish it. Come on, 1-0. I want to win this game really badly. I feel like if we win this, it'll change our current momentum. This feels like a really important game. Trincão, good steal. Over to Ndiaye. Going to get it. Calvert-Lewin now. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, man. Trincão was making such a good run there. I just couldn't get it to him. Okay, Trincão, man. He is looking different this game. He is looking motivated. Calvert-Lewin has options. Oh, I should have played it there. Another chance, though, to Harrison. Decent touches. Gonna go for a shot, and I should have probably passed it. Man, by the time I shot, though, it was already too late. All right, this feels like a game that we definitely could win. Crystal Palace don't look too strong to start. That's gonna be Calvert-Lewin over to Francisco Trincão. That's a nice finish, and he is gonna hit the post. That is so incredibly unlucky. Bro, after how good he's played so far in this game, he deserves that goal. He deserves it. Now, Ismail Sarr has got a lot of pace, and he's in here. We're gonna play it all the way back to Mitchell. Jed Spence, good tackle there. That's really good defending. Calm. Eze, okay, whoa, that was a misplaced tackle by someone. Eze, crossover. That's going to be a header that thankfully goes right back to Pickford. Okay, we need the second here. We need it away from home. We cannot give them life. We need to score the second, and this is the same chance almost. Oh, the ball is a little bit overhit, though, by Calvert-Lewin. Man, Trincão is making these really good runs in this game. All right, second half, it's currently still just 1-0 to us. Come on, this is a must-win. It feels like a must-win, really. Jack Harrison. Oh, man, I wanted to make a tackle there right off the bat. Now, that's going to be Mateta's shot. Pickford, good save. That is a big one right there. Corner to Sarr. Harrison, good steal. Now just run. Run like the wind, Jack Harrison. Oh, of course, it's Sarr who's tracking him, though. Okay, go to Ndiaye. Back to Trincão. Trincão is going to play it to Calvert-Lewin. Big chance for him. In on goal. Oh, the shot is just not quite good enough. That was such good pressure from the Crystal Palace center back Forrest to shot right at the keeper. Garner into Trincão. Over to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, man. Okay, Harrison stopped his run. He still kept it, though, actually. Man, this attack is so just chaotic this game. Now, Jed Spence. Harrison is going to try to find a pass here. No, that was actually meant for Spence there. That went to the totally wrong player. Now, Eze, oh, Brian got to make a tackle here. This is dangerous. O'Brien defended that well, though. All right, the replacement in for Branthwaite. That's a good play by him. Come on, 20 minutes. The second goal might seal this, actually. Harrison up to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's going to keep it. Keep it. Nice to Harrison. Jack Harrison is going to stop over to Francisco Trincao, and that is going to be the second goal we needed. Perfectly executed between Calvert-Lewin, Harrison, and Trincao. Beautiful. All right, final 15. I'm going to put Trincao on the left wing. I'm going to give a chance to Finley Steele, actually. The first youth graduate of the series. I think I'll throw also Alcaraz on for Harrison, and I think we leave it at that for now. But okay, 2-0. Let's see how good this youngster is. Finley Steele gets a little cameo. Now, he's got some height at 6'2", so he might be pretty good in that cam spot. You know, a nice physical presence. Now here's his first touch, actually. But you know what? He's kind of in here. Finley Steele threw to Calvert-Lewin. Oh, I tried to do a fake shot there, but Calvert-Lewin didn't even get the skill away. Yeah, Alcaraz, Steele. Finley, chance here into Alcaraz. Finley Steele falls onto it, and the youngster has scored on his debut. The 16-year-old in the 81st minute has just sealed the win for us. Bro, this was so fortunate. The ball just bounces, but Finley Steele gets to it first. All right, Finley Steele might be a big name for this series. He might be. That is a humongous moment for him in his first game for the club. And okay, 3-0 win. This is exactly what we needed. Hopefully this propels us, you know, get some wins or get some points, keep us around those European spots. Now that's a crossover header. Pickford. Good save, and we will get the ball up. O'Brien's been pretty good at center back. I think him and Branthwaite might be the future of this team if we can keep them, actually, I should say, because that is not guaranteed. All right, the last chance for Crystal Palace. That's going to be it. So that's going to be a 3-0 win that we needed badly. And I can't believe it. Our first youth graduate scores a winner for us. He might be one to watch for this series. All right, so we've now entered the final 2 months of this season here. And I would say our form after that last win has actually been pretty good. So we had a win versus Man United, a draw versus Brentford. Now, March was 2 losses and a win, but honestly, that's not too bad. We now enter April. Our first game is going to be the Merseyside Derby at Anfield, our first of the series, and we currently still sit in 8th place. So currently a 4-point lead over Newcastle. Could go up to, you know, 7 if we win here. I like where we're at, though. It feels like we've stabilized our season a little bit here. And there's still a chance for us climbing to 7th, too. And yeah, it seems like a player that is currently emerging is Francisco Trincao with 13 goals and 9 assists. So he's starting to really come to life. Calvert-Lewin has 10, Harrison 6 and 8. It's starting to become, though, Francisco Trincao's team. All right, though. So facing 3rd place Liverpool, Branthwaite is still out. So O'Brien still starts at center back. Yeah, this kind of game at Anfield, this is probably going to be, it should be the toughest of the series so far. But based on how this first episode has gone, I'm not sure about it. Our team has just played so much better than I thought we would. We look so decent. Like this year at Everton has been very impressive, do you ask me? And it still could get more impressive. You know, European spot is still within our hands. Or I should say grasp. Now Garner gonna play it over to Trincao. Trincao gonna stop. Gonna maybe go for a finesse there. Okay, that turn was so slow from him. That was like snail pace. Okay, Diaz, dangerous. Jed Spence is not really on him there. And oh, that's a finesse from like outside the box. Man, I realized there was a danger there and I just didn't have time to come over and try to mark him. It was too late. All right, 10 minutes in, Liverpool scored to make it 1-0. That's not a good start. Yo, let's try and not lose control here at Anfield. Let's try and not. Garner. Okay, that's a bad pass. That's not good. Slow this down a little bit. You know, let's not play Liverpool's pace. Let's go a little bit slower. Now Garner is looking for options. Going to feed it to Harrison. Harrison, really good touch there. Now he's going to pass it back to someone. Do Trincao over to Ndiaye shot. Oh, it's going to be cleared probably. It's actually a foul or something. Diaz, good. Okay, Tarkowski just made that tackle and also took out Diaz in the process. That was such a veteran and Tarkowski-like tackle. That's insane. Spence. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Harrison, are you in here? We got Ndiaye. I'm going to try to play that. Oh, man, I knew I shouldn't have played that. I knew that Harrison didn't have that in his locker. I should have kept it. See, if I'm playing with an elite team, that pass probably gets through when we score, but I got to realize the team I'm using right now is not that team yet. I will say that we've not played bad since they scored. We've kind of settled down. Now, if we can find a goal here, it'd be very nice. Trincao, good passing. Van Dijk's going to steal it from him, though. Now is the danger of Liverpool counterattack. O'Brien on Salah. O'Brien, good tackle right there. Man, he looks solid. Harrison, Trincao. Harrison making a run. Beautifully done. Calvert-Lewin to Harrison. Beautiful. Jack Harrison. Good chance. And Harrison is going to score at Anfield. Okay, Allison just like toppled over Harrison. But we're going to tie this up in the 45th minute. That's a huge goal right there. Halftime, though, it's going to be 1-1. Now, if we could pull off a shock with Anfield, that would be probably the biggest win of the entire season. And Trincao has space here. Going to play it over to Ndiaye. Going to try to play it back to him. No, that was actually meant for Calvert-Lewin, not back to Trincao that soon. Oh, I don't like this. Salah's got space. I don't like this. Tarkowski, man, that was a very important tackle from behind. Tarkowski is going to need another tackle there. Now that's a perfect ball to Szoboszlai. I kind of gave him that shot because that angle was not too kind. Thankfully, it goes just slightly wide. All right, 60th minute. This is where Liverpool are trying to take over here, try to get back their early game form. Now Spence, though, that's a great touch. And we got space. Jed Spence over to Jack Harrison. Harrison making a great run. Gonna pass it forward. Oh, man, that was dangerous, but not dangerous enough. All right, Mangala into Garner. Over to Harrison. There's a chance here, actually. It feels like this game has opened up for us. Harrison, no, trying to play it to Spence. Just couldn't feed it through. Now Diaz has got space here, but Jed Spence has recovered. Cross in, O'Brien, good clearance. Garner, header. Okay, we're fine. We survived that Liverpool counterattack. Oh, that was a bad tackle. I'll take that foul though. I'll definitely take that. All right, so I want to try to play for a point here, but we have 10 minutes left and I feel like there's actually a chance to win this. So I'm not sure whether to like play defensive or try to go for a win. Although, chance here for NDI shot. No, it's right at Allison though. And there's not much room for a good angle shot there. Okay, we're going to go defensive and play for a point. We're going to go defensive here. Park the bus. That's going to be Mikolenko on Trent. And he does win it despite it being kind of close. And Ngala to Garner. Now, let's take this ball forward a little bit. See if we can get one final chance. Harrison is Spence. Now, Spence has got space here. He's going to stop. No, man, his turn there wasn't, oh, it just wasn't quick enough. Ref, blow whistle, please, ref. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's going to be another good point away, though. We've had a few away games this year. What, United, Villa? For us to come to Anfield and take a point, that shows how good we are this year, actually. Especially against a third-place Liverpool team. Man, it kind of sucks, but we just have a really tough schedule towards the end of the year. We had Arsenal, which is a loss. That Man City game here is going to be a loss, a 1-0 loss. And now we face Chelsea next. They were the team that was right above us. I'm not sure if that's changed. So yeah, losses to Arsenal, Man City. Then we finish with Ipswich Town, Fulham, Southampton, Newcastle. Man, that Newcastle game might be big towards the end of the year. Or actually the last game of the season. But okay, we currently sit in 8th place still. 3 points above Newcastle, but 7 off Chelsea. All right, so we're going to play this Chelsea game. If we win this, there might be a chance to, you know, get to 7th maybe if they drop points. But it feels like this Chelsea game is going to decide whether we can catch 7th or not. Or just try to like stay put in 8th place. So at Stamford Bridge, maybe our last chance to fight for a European spot. A win could maybe give us a slight chance at that, a slight chance. All right, Harrison, back to Garner. This is not a bad start from us. We got space here. Mangala into NDI. Now we have options. Gonna play it backwards. Calvert-Lewin, can we find a pass here? Over to Harrison. No, he's gonna be offside. That's so unfortunate. And there was space there. We just could not use it. Cow to Harrison. Harrison, I see Spence making a run. Spence is in. Shot across goal from Spence is good, but Sanchez makes the save. And an early goal would be so useful here. It'd be so useful. Harrison, back to Spence. Spence is finding space. This game also to Trincao, who's gonna cut inside. Francisco Trincao. No, man, his shot just took too long. Harrison over. Okay, let's reset this a little bit. Harrison over to Mangala. Gonna fire it into someone. Okay, Lavia just read that pass easily. And already 2 or 3 chances to score this game. And Chelsea have had none so far. Problem is they have the kind of players that only need 1 chance to score, like Palmer, Jackson. Oh, we just didn't get over fast enough, but thankfully Jackson's shot goes over the net. Okay, once again, this game feels winnable. Harrison, good pass to Spence. Spence, who's been so good in his first year here. Harrison over. Calvert-Lewin over to NDI. Beautiful move, but Sanchez makes the save. And that was one of our best like passing plays of the season. Gala is going to feed it to someone. Okay, NDI gets it. Oh, there's just no space though. Okay, we need to reset here. We got no space to work with. We're going to play to Spence. Spence, got Harrison coming forward here. Play it back. Garner, Mangala has options to feed it there if he could. Oh, almost did. And for us to come to Stamford Bridge and be the team on the attack right now, this is a very positive sign though for the future of this team. Like we are taking the fight to Chelsea. Harrison to Spence with space to pick out a pass. Spence gonna wait. No, man, I was just trying to find that pass to the striker. Oh, it's been 45 minutes of Everton attacking, just no goal to show for it. Tarkovsky into NDI. No, man, again, we just can't find a clean shot. Bro, that was so much possession for us, just no goal to show for it. I'm kind of thinking one player who's definitely, I think, fallen off since the start of the year is NDI, and I like him. He's just not really scoring as much as we need from a left winger. It'd be nice if he contributed some more goals, but it's been tough. Okay, I just took him out, so that was either going to be a penalty or a goal. And what did I say? Chelsea have the players to score at will when they need to. And yeah, Tarkovsky's going to get a yellow card for that tackle. All right, after all that, Chelsea score first. That is just heartbreaking. We are just unable to take our chances so far. Spence over, Trincao, chance here. Gets it to Harrison. Now, Jack Harrison, chance. Calvert-Lewin. Turn shot, another shot maybe. Oh, just hoping it would fall kindly to someone. And DI to Mangala over to Garner. Garner's gonna shoot. Oh, it's a good shot, but a good save though. Man, we definitely deserve at least 1 goal this game. We played well enough. This is one of those just heartbreaking games. Gusto, chance, O'Brien can't get that tackle. Okay, Gusto, I don't know what kind of decision that was to pass it back, but that works out for us, so I'll take it. Dan Show, now if they score, that's probably gonna end our hopes of a European spot. We need a win to keep it alive though. After a long season, I feel like we're running out of energy here. We've played so much better than everyone expected. We're just running out of steam. Chance here, that's going to be Cole Palmer and almost a penalty, but nope. Pickford makes another good save. Madueke, oh, it's going to be another corner for them. We got to get this ball. We got 10 minutes left. I think at least a point can keep our hopes alive a little bit, but I see our European dream fading before our eyes right now. Madueke, okay, and DI steal. There's a chance here. Come on. Harrison's going to play it over to Mikolenko. Mikolenko is going to play it now to Harrison. Oh, man, Gusto just got something on that, and it was enough for them. Oh, now they've had a chance to steal it here. Madueke is going to probably play to Cole Palmer. Nope, he takes his time, actually, and It was defended well. What a shot. Yeah, that is going to be it though. So it's going to be a very tough loss. We played so well this game. We deserved at least 1 goal for all our hard work, but just unable to score, and that's probably going to put 7th place out of reach for us. And honestly, 8th place is now in jeopardy too. Real jeopardy. All right, so 4 games left. If Newcastle win their next game, they're still not going to go above us on goal difference, but it's going to make these last 4 games very close to try and finish in 8th place. I don't want to finish in 9th. I don't want 10th. If we finish in 8th place, you know, top 8, that would be huge for us in season 1. I feel like that last game of the year versus Newcastle might decide it though. All right, so let's go game by game and see how this end of the year plays out. We're facing 4 teams we definitely could win against, but a team like us, you know, our form is so inconsistent, so hard to predict. So Everton versus Ipswich is going to be a 2-0 win. Okay, that is big. That is huge for us. So next up is Fulham away, and we currently are still in 8th place. And okay, Newcastle dropped points, so we're now 4 points above them, so a little cushion there. And now I don't want to jinx it, but we have a game at hand. Win that will be only 5 points off Chelsea. 2 games left. I mean, there's a very small chance we can catch Chelsea, but come on, give me a win here, boys. Give me a win. Oh, it's not looking likely. It's gonna be a 2-0 loss to Fulham. All right, so 2 more games left. Southampton and Newcastle United. So after that loss, Newcastle are gonna be only 3 points behind us now. Okay, so we can lose against Southampton, then still beat Newcastle final day to finish in 8th place. But I think if we win versus Southampton, that'll confirm it. So big game versus Southampton. That's gonna be a 2-1 win. Yes, that should mean we finish in 8th place. That should mean that, you know, unless I've done my math wrong. So if we look, we are 5 points above Fulham now, below us, but also 5 points behind Chelsea. So we are solidified in that 8th spot in year 1 of this career mode. I mean, you know what? 8th place is a really good finish for Everton in year 1. A really good finish. I knew us in 2nd was not going to hold, but I like this first year a lot. I like it. Okay, let's play this final game though. Let's end the season strong by hopefully beating Newcastle United. All right, so we got Finley Steele starting this game. So our youth Cam, who scored that winner earlier. And then also Ramiro Flores, the Mexican left back, is also starting. So he gets his first game for the club. You know, we're using last game of the year to, you know, play some youth players, get them on the field for the first time. You know, as we gear up for next season, try to figure out how to further improve this team. Garner to Harrison, over to Steele. Now Steele was going to play it through to Harrison. You know what? Oh, this is a really good move. One more pass. It's going to be Trincao, but the shot is going to be saved. All right, short corner to Finley Steele. Are you a future star of this team? Going to get a chance to go for a shot here, and that shot's blocked. Brandway to his back is going to play it back to Tim. Now we are going to try to reset this attack. Garner over to Spence, who once again has been so good in this first season. He is a signing that definitely worked out for us. Now Steele over to Trincao. Oh man, that should have been a better shot there. It should have been. Trincao, great pass to Calvert-Lewin, but okay, Calvert-Lewin just got out muscled by Mosqueda a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure about our striker spot. I feel like Calvert-Lewin's good, but in some of our played games at times we just struggled to score, and I feel like that might have been the difference between us getting a European spot and finishing in 8th. So I don't know if we need a new striker in this team to really take us to the next level. I don't know. That's a shot that's right to Pickford, but he does make the save though. Garner to Harrison, through to Finley. Now Finley has options. We're gonna play it over the top to Calvert-Lewin. Oh, what a nice leap, but he can't quite get contact on it. His first half has not been too eventful, as saying that Pickford makes the save immediately. But okay, halftime currently 0-0. Yeah, not so much happening so far in this one. Come on, can we find a goal and end the season strong? Calvert-Lewin, Finley, you made a horrible run there, bro. He was actually in and he ran the wrong direction. Okay, there's a good chance. Murphy plays it back to Miley. Now Miley has options. That's going to bounce for Osula, and he's going to score to make it 1-0. That is so unfortunate. That kind of bounce is how we concede in the final game of the year. That right there does not feel deserved. All right, Steele over to Harrison. Harrison on a good run. Spence. Okay, no, Spence, you were overlapping so well. Going to play it to Finley Steele. Steele. Oh, back to him. No, he's going to be so offside. That was a good finish, but it was timed just so wrong. And I will say, though, Steele looks pretty good for a youth player. We're still going to watch out for that 13-year-old in the academy, but Finley Steele might be a player for the series. It might be. I mean, that is if this turns into a series, actually, which that is still yet to be decided. Or if it's going to be like a one-season one-off as Wilson scores. Okay, I think our team is just out of steam. You know, we pushed so hard to finish in 8th this year. I feel like our team is just running out of stamina. Finley over to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, good turn there. Shot away is pretty good, but it does go off target. Harrison back to Finley again. Bro, Finley looks good. If this game's telling me one thing, it's that Finley does look good as a youth player. Calvert-Lewin off to Trincao. Trincao is going to play it back to Finley. Finley, a chance to shoot here in the box. Finley's shot, is that deflected? That shot wasn't deflected. Okay, that shot was not good. But okay, that's going to be pretty much the end of the year. I think this game, our team just was out of steam. So we're going to lose 2-0 to Newcastle to finish season 1. But I'm still just so proud of how this team finished this season. So officially in year one, we're going to finish in 8th place with Everton on 54 points. Now what's kind of crazy is Villa actually won the Premier League on 2 points over Arsenal, so that's insane. The rest of the top 7 looks pretty normal, but for us to finish in 8th, that's a big achievement for year one. That's probably, you know, probably like 2 or 3 places higher than I thought we'd finish at the best possible option, so I will take that in year one. Now FA Cup champion this year was going to be Villa. Okay, Villa done. They did the double as Man City wins the Carabao Cup. Champions League was won by Real Madrid over Inter Milan on penalties. Europa League won by Roma, and then Conference League won by Marseille. Now, I'm not sure how it works since Villa won the FA Cup and they also won the Prem. Is there a chance that a European spot could fall to us? I don't think so, right? I'm actually not 100% sure. But now final stats for year one. Gal 13-11, Calvert-Lewin 13-2. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not sure Calvert-Lewin was the issue. It might actually be Ndiaye. You know, only scoring 3 and assisting 6 in 41 games. As much as I like him, that's just not really good enough for a starting left-sided player. I think Harrison 8-8 is pretty good. I just feel like we need another goal scorer in the team, and it's got to come from that left wing spot if we don't decide to replace Calvert-Lewin. But overall, though, this was a very good season with Everton. I'm proud of our finish. Now, once again, though, the future of this series is in your hands. 4,000 likes will unlock a season 2 of this series. And if there is a season 2, our goal has got to be to get some kind of European football. I think this team is capable of that. So drop a like down below if you want to see more. And if you want to watch episode 1 of our new My Player Career Mode, then click on screen to watch that.